ADHD, which means that my attention is not always here. If you have ADHD, it's not that you lack attention, it's that your brain has a hard time regulating levels of attention, okay? Basically, the dopamine system works differently. If you have to do boring or repetitive tasks or tasks that require a certain amount of effort, your brain will stop you. Why am I telling you all of this? Because having ADHD means that you have a hard time organizing and planning, you have a hard time with your emotions, because we do feel 10 times more our emotions than normal people. So if you're sad, you're gonna feel it like 50 times more. If you're happy, you're gonna be so excited and people will be like, wow, what a great energy. Or, oh my God, you're so dramatic. It depends on the situation. What's important here for ADHD brains, it's the dopamine. But it's not just for ADHD brains, it's also for all the people that wanna get things done. You need to regulate dopamine. You need to tell your brain, hey bro, we're gonna develop it, okay? We're gonna produce this dopamine that you need so that we can get things done and we can achieve whatever goal we want to achieve. So today, whether you have ADHD or not, I'm gonna give you 4 hacks that work on my brain. Knowing that an ADHD brain has life on hard mode, because we all know that life is kind of a game, right? But we do have it on hard mode because we still need to train our brain to regulate these dopamine levels. I'm gonna give you these 4 hacks that work on me, and stay until the end of the video because the 4th hack is game changer. So they help me get things done a little bit slower, a little bit faster, depending on the situation, but they will help you get things done. So if you need motivation to get a task done so that you can achieve the next level and step by step achieve the milestone so that you can achieve your biggest goal, for example, I don't know, making a certain amount of money or achieving a certain amount of weight, these 4 hacks will help you regulate dopamine that is needed to create this motivation and help you get things done. Because you don't need medicines, okay? I was prescribed a medicine and I didn't want to use it, and I'm using natural forms because remember, in all my videos I say go back to earth to have whatever we need from our system, from our brain, from nature, from whatever we have at our disposal. We don't need anything processed or chemical or created by human beings that don't really have the best of our interests. So in general, ADHD brain loves quick wins, right? So let's say you have a normal brain and you lack motivation, you're gonna need a tool, something to get you started. So this is the first hack. So my biggest advice is break your work into tiny chunks. What does that mean? Let's say you have to write an essay. Write down what you need to do to write this essay. Open a document, or even better, turn on the PC. Once you have turned on the PC, the computer, you're gonna tick it off and say, okay, it's done. This is gonna give a little hint of dopamine, like this. And then you say, okay, I need to open the Word document. Open the Word document, and then you tick it. Even if it's just like a small task that it's meaningless for you, well, for your brain, it's something that helps rewiring and producing more dopamine. Let's say you have the goal of losing 5 kilos. Obviously, it's overwhelming if you tell yourself, okay, I woke up today and I need to lose 5 kilos. This is not gonna happen. But what can you do is to write a list. What do you need to do to lose these 5 kilos? Is to, first of all, wake up and then done, okay? Secondly, put the shoes next to the door so that tomorrow you can go for a walk. Done. Depending on the micro tasks that you have to use, you're gonna list them on a paper and do them. Even if it's like super meaningless, right? Even if it's just like open your eyes, you cross it in that paper, and this is gonna give you dopamine. After you've done every micro task, what I recommend you is that you reward yourself. Once again, either you tick the box or you give yourself a cup of coffee, give yourself a pat in the back, something that rewards, because like this, you're training your brain as if it was a dog pretty much to get things done. So basically the key here is getting your brain to start something. And the dopamine will be produced when the brain starts that thing, even if it's super meaningless, even if it's just opening the door, opening the eyes, or putting your shoes on, okay? And this is what's gonna help you get more motivation. You don't have to wait until everything is done. You just need to start the micro task. That's what we don't understand in society. We see on social media people saying, oh, I made 30K a month. And then you're comparing yourself and you're like, oh my God, how can I make this amount of money? Or how can I don't know, get fit like this girl? But you can't, because you need to start from micro tasks that will become huge once you sum them up. Okay. My second hack is go back to nature, which means go outside, even if it's cloudy, to get sunlight. Sunlight is still coming through. I lived in Belgium for 7 years, and even if it's cloudy, the sunlight is behind those clouds, right? So you have to go outside and do 15 minutes walk. This is gonna get your system going and producing dopamine. Obviously, the best advice is go to the gym, do strength training or do some cardio, but get your body moving. If energy is moving, then dopamine will be moving as well, and you're gonna be way more focused on your task rather than just getting started right away without moving all the energy and creating this compound effect that you need to get things done. The third hack is called body stacking. What is it? It's basically telling your system, your nervous system, that everything is in the right place. How do you do that? I know it's gonna sound crazy or it's gonna sound hard, but you have to take a cold shower. Again, I lived in Belgium for 7 years, and even in the winter, I would give myself a cold shower so that I would wake up, my system would wake up, and instant good quality dopamine would be produced for me so that I could get things done. So you have to stay under the cold water at least for 30 seconds. You need to count until 30 and then you can shut down the water. And if you pair this action with music, it's gonna be even more helpful. You can put motivating music or motivating audios that tell you you're gonna make it. But right now, count until 30 and get this fresh water so that you can produce fresh quality dopamine. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know which hack you're gonna use because I'm very curious, and let me know what struggles do you have when it comes to getting things done. ADHD brain thrives in novelty, okay? So it's very important that if you need to get something done, you change locations. Don't be always like, oh, I'm gonna be in this room, stuck in the same desk, looking at the same screens. If you have the possibility, go and get yourself a remote job. I'm joking. But if you like to be in the office, it's fine. But take, 30 minutes to go and work in the kitchen, for example. Even if it's noisy, even if there is food. Because I know that I worked in the office a long time ago and they have different spaces. So if you have another space where you can work at, it's better than staying in the same spot. If you can go to a cafe, if you can go to the park, if you can go to a friend's house, that's great because it's gonna give you a dopamine boost. I'm not done. We have to talk about social accountability. That gives the brain a dopamine turbo, especially when you tell your friend, hey, I'm gonna finish this project by 4, please check in with me. Have an accountability buddy. Pay a coach, spend money and tell them, okay, now you're gonna help me to keep myself accountable. And the coach will be like, okay, I'm gonna check in with you and see what progress you've made. You're gonna have a little bit of pressure, but it's good pressure so that you can get things done. If you can surround yourself with people that want to achieve your same goal, it's even better because this is going to enable the body to produce serotonin and oxytocin because you're in a social environment with other people going in the same direction, and obviously this is going to spike your dopamine level as well, and you're going to get things done, you're going to have better ideas, you're going to be way more creative. As promised, I'm going to give you the formula of the dopamine sandwich. Basically, if you really want to be focused on something, if you want to get to that place that you want to get to, then you're going to have to start making dopamine sandwiches. And this is how you make a dopamine sandwich. Basically, you start your day, or before starting a task, you do something fun. Running with a friend, seeing your boyfriend, kissing someone, or jumping the rope, or even playing a video game. Yes, you do something fun, but just for 40 minutes, 30 minutes. You watch the Netflix episode, or you make your nice, beautiful breakfast. You have to time it. You cannot just be playing video games or doing whatever for 2 hours. No, you have to say 30 minutes I can do something fun. And you get that dopamine. Obviously, it's better to use the 4 hacks that I've told you because you're gonna get clean dopamine. But if you really need to do this dopamine sandwich and get things done, I recommend you to start with something fun that you like. Secondly, you're gonna start the hard task and ride the wave, always using the 4 hacks that I've told you before. And third, once you've done the task or the mini task, you reward yourself. Ticking the box, giving yourself a piece of hot chocolate, or making yourself a cup of coffee, or calling the friend, telling them, hey, I made it. You have to reward yourself. So you anchor that to this loop that is gonna give you even more and more dopamine. That's how you play the dopamine game. So this is how it works. You start with something fun. Get it. 30 minutes max. This is up to you. I don't recommend scrolling on your phone though, but if you wanna do it, it's fine. 30 minutes. Then you get those things done. Always start with mini tasks so that it's gonna be easier to get started. And third, you're gonna reward yourself for doing that. After 25 minutes of doing the hard thing or 30 minutes, give yourself something. So you do the anchor. That's how you train your brain, and that's how you're gonna be successful. I've just given you hacks that the most successful entrepreneurs and people out there with ADHD charge 3,000 euros for, okay? So if you go and apply exactly what I've told you, you're gonna get shit done. There is no other explanation. Just watched Nadia Minds, the girl that minds and has 1,000 minds and thousands ideas and has ADHD and travels the world and whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. See you the next time. Bye!